Gallery ready. Positions please. Quiet on set. Going live. In 5, 4, 3.
Houston, we have a problem.
I don't understand.
That is awesome. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
God, please, no! No!
Ladies and gentlemen, they are back. Contrary to popular demand, with the 6th season of the Multicoloured Talk Show, it's your hosts, Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
And thank you.
We have liftoff.
Oh, I just made it today, Ed.
You only just made it.
I just made it.
Look
I've
at
been
you.
up all morning getting myself ready. It's the Queen's Jubilee.
Look at you. Well,
Platinum, and it's exciting.
it is exciting.
And
Well,
I've left all my paperwork out there.
I know, I can tell.
I've left it all out.
You've just left it.
It's in there.
I can't believe it. In book.
Yeah, it's in
No
book
way.
out. I've left it.
Well, Kelly Trix has just said good morning, gents, to us, but as you can see, you're not a gent, are you?
I hope not.
Yeah, look at your dress. I mean, just stand
know.
up a bit.
Hours.
Show everybody your Union Jack. Look at this. All ready to go and see the Queen at book. Well, obviously.
So pleased with my
Well,
efforts.
Kelly Trix just says, sorry, I forgot. Hollie guesting.
Guesting today.
Well, we've lost Steve. He's gone away. He's on holidays in
Buggered off on
Brazil.
holiday, ain't he?
Yeah, he's
Didn't
gone
say
to
that.
Brazil. Well, you just did,
I
didn't
just
you,
did,
really?
yeah.
So we'll be without Steve for the next few weeks, but Hollie's kindly agreed to come and jump in
I've
and
not shared anything.
save the day. Go and get
I
your
normally
stuff.
do all my sharing, so I'm going to have to do it now.
You carry on. I'll say good morning.
It's not something I can do beforehand.
Don't worry.
So you
Don't worry at
just
all.
cover me a minute.
Just cover you a minute.
Yeah, just,
with a blanket.
With
like
a blanket. Oh, that's
Great.
nice, isn't it?
Going to say a very good morning to our friends on XPTV1.
www.xptv.com.
XPTV1.
Oh, I'll get it right by the end
You
of the
will,
show.
don't worry. Facebook and YouTube. Got to say, we're still getting a few of our little technical glitches, so we're going to carry on as long as we can. The good guys from XPTV1, they're coming over this week, and they're going to sort it all out for us,
God
which
help
is
you.
great.
God help you.
Oh yeah, they're just geeks.
Good morning,
geeks.
Claire. Claire's online.
Yeah, good morning, Claire.
James
Good
and
morning,
Shirley are
Matt.
online.
Morning, Dave Miller. Good morning,
Yeah,
Rob
Matt.
Taniver.
Taniver, you just changed his name.
I did, yeah. Morning, Peeps. That's a good way of saying it, isn't it? Morning,
Oh, look,
Peeps.
it's Ken.
Yeah,
Good morning,
Ken
sweet
Bennett.
Hollington. Good morning,
Hollington,
Ken.
the big fella. I'm very busy looking after our Queen today.
Yes.
Well, we've got our own Queen a little bit later down
I'm
in the
not gonna-
village.
This isn't working. I can't share.
You can't share?
Can't
Oh
get
my
it.
God, I can't believe that. You'll do it, you'll do
I
it,
will do
don't
it.
worry. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are
Try a
on
different way.
XPTV1. Yes, Lisa, Steve does look a lot better this morning, doesn't
What
he?
date is it today?
I don't know what date it is. Someone tell me the date. I give in.
I can do that.
Somewhere around
It's the 4th.
the 4th. The 4th of June. That's what it is.
I can't see. Aha, share. There we go.
There you go. She's off. She's doing it.
It's
Great.
not quite working,
We've got a full show this morning, provided we get through to the end of it.
Yes.
You answered to most things, Rob Taverner. That is cool. So Stevie's gone. He's gone off to
Yes,
Brazil.
he's jetted off. He's on his jollies.
We're not going to phone him this week because with the technical problems, I'm not sure it would handle it, to be honest. And let's face it, who really wants to see Steve in bed
He's probably a bit jet lagged as
in the
well.
morning at
we'll
half
give him a
past?
week.
God knows. What's the time difference?
I think they're about 4 hours behind.
So it's about 7:30 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we let him lie?
We'll leave him alone.
We'll let
Wouldn't be
sleeping
nice,
dogs
would
lie.
it?
Got a bit of a
Yes.
different show today because it is the Queen's Jubilee.
I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, because it's the Queen's Jubilee. We're going to ask you a few questions about the Queen. You can treat it like a quiz.
I'm still
if
sharing.
you like.
Bear with me, yeah.
Yeah, you carry on.
Otherwise,
I didn't get a
nobody's going
drink.
to see you.
I didn't get a drink
I
this
know,
morning.
we should have had a little something to toast the
Yeah,
Queen,
we
shouldn't
shouldn't
we?
we?
We didn't.
And also, I've got to say, because you're here, we're not saying goodbye to staff.
No
And,
staff leaving today.
Well, I don't know.
I know.
So listen, guys, if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper.
Oh, we're going to do a quiz. I love
Well,
a quiz.
not a quiz exactly. We're just going to, during the hour, we're going to ask 15 questions about the Queen, obviously. Party day, our 20th wedding anniversary, 3rd and Platinum Jubilee celebrations with the family. Oh, brilliant. Lisa Craig. And you know what's really good about this morning, Lisa? you're not going to have Steve having a go at you because he's not here. He's not here, is he?
He's not here.
Not here. Not at all.
And do you know what he'd say if he was here?
Oh, God.
I'm not having it.
I'm not having it.
I'm not having it.
I'm not having it. No. Say no more. Morning to you.
John Stephen Gilhooly.
Lovely couple from a very, very sunny Hamilton.
Wow.
Good morning. And Jane Baxter.
Jane.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper, write down 1 to 15. Just during the show, right? And it's only because it's Jubilee. Platinum Jubilee.
Yes.
70
years.
God, most people don't live to 70.
She was on the throne before you were born.
Yeah, no, she wasn't on the...
Yes,
she was, yeah. She was on the
1952.
Before I was born.
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't think anyone was around before I was born.
I don't think Los Gigantes was around before you were born.
No, probably not. But you know, that's the way it is. So here we go. Here's question 1. It's not a quiz. It's just like a few questions because we have got our subjects, haven't we?
I have got a couple. Have you got a subject?
No, not as such. I'm just gonna bum my way through it, you know. And, sorry.
That's what you do every week.
Yeah, it is what I do everywhere. Nothing to. Just because you're sat there, don't mean to say my format's going to change. Now, and I've got to tell you, you want to be careful with that dress when you're finished.
Why is that?
Because when Stevie comes back, he might turn up one day with it on. Yeah, you know what it's like.
He's going to love my frock, yeah.
He's going to love your frock. He loves all things
Big
like
thank
that.
you as well for Helen Dixon Pride that made my fascinator.
Yes, it is
called a
fascinating.
fascinator?
I think
What
they
are
are.
they called?
I'm not sure.
Just a bit of nonsense,
Bit
isn't
of
it,
nonsense.
really?
It's great.
I prefer
And I've got to say a big thank you to Ian Anderson at XPTV 1 and Radio. He's just built a new computer for Jack, and I'll tell you what, it is like awesome. I might have to get him to build us one.
Aren't you? You're just jealous.
I am actually. I've got computer envy, and it's immense. It's fantastic.
It's just a computer.
So well, it's not just a computer. It's so much
Good morning,
more.
Darren.
There you go. Darren, the boss from XPTV 1. How cool is that?
Behave now.
Yeah, but notice he never said good morning to me. He just said good morning to you. Something going on?
Can I say?
I'm just wondering. Right. So, okay. I remember her coronation very well. You was 8 months old at the time. Yes. Oh, thanks, Darren. Yes. John, you're giving your age away somewhat there, but that's cool. Right, yeah. Now listen, here's our first question before we get to us. Question number 1. Which county is Windsor Castle in?
I know.
Yeah, I know you know. We've got the answers here. But I mean, a lot of people don't know these things. A lot of people are just aware that the royal family...
When did John stand up while he goes
exists.
to toilet? Do I have to?
Yeah, go on, stand up. Stand back in the
You
studio.
see me, I'm only little. We're not going to see much more, to be honest.
Go back a little way. There you go. Look at that. It's a complete union.
Oh, fell over.
Nearly went flying then. Okay, so John Stephen Gilhooly's there. He's got Berkshire. But you see, the thing is, a lot of people are aware, I mean, everyone in the UK is aware that we've got a royal family, but there's a lot you don't know about them. I mean, a lot of people say, get rid of the monarchy and all that.
And what? I'll tell you what.
I don't agree with that, do you?
It's the one time I think we're all proud to be British.
Well, yeah.
Because what other country can say they've done this?
No. I mean, she is the longest reigning monarch.
She is amazing. I love her, yeah.
She's going to go into the Guinness Book of Records, obviously, as if she's not there all the time. But she's going to go in the Guinness Book of Records, and it's going to be a record that's going to be virtually impossible to beat. It'll be in the record books forever. Hello, Mick.
Mick Ango.
Yeah.
Mick Renato.
Brian Russell, good morning to you.
Morning.
Hope, do you know Billy, the dog?
Billy the dog, yeah.
That's
Billy the dog.
Yeah,
okay.
cool. Yeah,
Brian
we
and
love
Sheila.
them. Yeah, we love them.
Hello, Sue.
Sue Frisbee, good morning to you.
You had a good journey home, albeit the delay. But
So listen, this is cool. I mean, at least everyone knows that Windsor Castle is in Berkshire.
Yes.
I used to work in Windsor at
Did
a
you?
club. Yeah, at a club called Blazers. It was called Blazers, and it was upstairs in a car park. And I used to love it. It was a great club, Blazers one, and they used to have all the top acts on and everything.
Closed down though.
Well,
So
probably.
you were there.
Yeah, if I've worked there, it's probably definitely why it closed down, which is great. So there you go. We're off and running.
Yes.
With our little
We are.
little jaunt around royalty. I wish I'd have actually put a video behind us instead of a photo, because it would have been lovely to see those cars driving past.
People thought we were actually there. And you
Have I just spoiled the illusion?
now, yeah?
Yeah, like everybody's parked in the street waiting for us to do an hour's talking.
Maybe,
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I can't see where the flag is. It's not at half mast. So I've caught it at the right time, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get involved in the show, you know how to do it. Just get on, have a chat, and get down with us. Here's question number 2.
Question number 2.
Yeah, it's not exactly a quiz, though. I mean, just
No.
write the answers in.
can, yeah.
Sue says, Hollie, you look fab.
Oh, thank you, Sue.
Nobody said that about me. I've put a blue shirt on. I mean, I'm on my way.
She's made an effort.
I'm on my way. Have I got something red? No, I haven't.
No. Number 2, what was the Queen Mother's first name?
The Queen Mother's first name?
Yes.
Now then.
Good morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Wayne, how are you? I actually used to like the Queen Mum. I thought she was a great old lady. Dignified and brilliant. Yeah. She was a Bowes Lion, did you know that?
I didn't know that.
No, that was her name, Bowes Lion. Can't tell you her first name because somebody's going to write it.
Somebody will write it, yeah.
In the older comments any second now. We've got a great afternoon coming up for us, haven't we?
We certainly have.
We're off.
I'm very excited about this afternoon.
For those of you that know Los Gigantes area, we're off to a street party.
Yay!
Yay! Street party as in just having great fun down at the wine bar. We're going to be doing it. Elizabeth,
Thank you,
Angela,
Rob.
Marguerite, Bowes Lion. Yeah, the Queen Mum she was full of fun, she was great. Lovely, lovely old lady. And I've got to say, she didn't...
She wasn't always old.
Yeah, well, no, she wasn't always old, obviously. She had a grown to that point.
Oh, yes.
But I've got to say, it was like the Queen Mum didn't seem... well, she wasn't a monarch for a start, but she didn't seem to have... Hi, Trace, how are you?
I'm so late.
Hollie looks so beautiful. What's the longest I've been on the throne, Ed?
Oh, Mark.
About half hour. About half hour, I reckon. Yeah, half hour. That's good for me. But I've got to take a book. You don't want to go to the throne
Yeah, I can't believe it's
for half an hour without a book. Well, like I was saying, I know Bowes Lion, Elizabeth Bowes Lion, we've already had the answer, wasn't a monarch as such, but she didn't seem to have all the hassle that the Queen's been having
didn't, did she?
with her family.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the Queen's family, they are what they are, and they are under a microscope.
Yeah, even Harry and Meghan have turned up.
Yeah, even Harry and Meghan have turned
Yes,
up.
but
And,
who hasn't? Who tested positive for COVID?
oh, Andrew. Andrew's tested positive for COVID. I wonder, has he really tested positive
Yes, you do wonder, don't you?
for COVID, or is the royal family bookhouse, or are they just saying, Andrew won't be here today
Because we don't want you
because
there.
he's got COVID, and that's their way of saying, say no more. Yes, Lynn, we wish you were here to help celebrate.
We do.
There's a lovely drink called the Queen Mother.
Queen Mother.
Is there a
We'll
drink
have to
called the
Google
Queen
that.
Mother?
Let's see what's in
We'll
it.
have to have a look at that.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There's got to be a drink that you can do, a chapito or something,
Red,
that's
white,
got
and blue.
clear, red and blue, because you've got curacao. There you
red
go.
grenadine.
Even traces of green. Definitely not got COVID.
Yeah, it's
is an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't matter when one of the royal family turns up, whether it's Harry or Meghan or Andrew or whatever. There's always going to be somebody from the paparazzi.
Always.
Just saying. But hey, that's the way it goes. So there you go. What was the Queen Mother's first name? Let's have a look. Let's have another question. Is this true or is this false?
I like this question.
The Queen has delivered a Christmas speech every year except 1968. Is that true or is that false?
We're all going on Google now, yeah?
Yeah, Google it. I need to know the answers. I mean, you know, we may do this quiz this afternoon.
We may do.
And we may do it and
So if
invite people to
anybody's
join
watching that's coming this afternoon, then you'll have a head start,
in.
won't
Yeah,
you?
remember the answers.
Yeah.
Great. John says it's false. Why do you think it was false, though, John? There's the question.
Yes.
Well, it's a little bit more. Tracy thinks it's true. It's a little bit more than that. It did happen. There was a year that the Queen didn't make a Christmas speech, and that year was 1968. So it is false. You're quite right, John. It's false. No, she did it in 51, but she didn't do it
she
in
did it in
68.
1968.
Except
She
19.
didn't do it in 1969.
That's it, 1969 she didn't do it. You're quite right, Hon. 1969. But we haven't got a clue why.
No,
we
don't
found
know
these
really,
questions, but we have not got a clue why the Queen did not do a Christmas speech in 1969. Somebody Google it and tell me, because I'll be interested.
There must have been a reason, because it was probably live back then, wasn't it?
Well,
These days it's pre-recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, what was going on in '69?
Yeah.
That was, what's that mean? Oh,
30%.
30% gin, 70% Dubonnet, slicing and ice.
What's Bourne?
It's like a vermouth typey thing.
It?
Yeah, Dubonnet. Used to be had big advertising on television, Dubonnet, and it was always done with a French accent. Dubonnet, Dubonnet,
I don't
Dubonnet.
remember that.
It's a reddish
Oh,
drink. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Yeah, I will.
Pretty good. So somebody tell me why she didn't do a Christmas speech
In
1969.
69.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. Well, I'm getting...
Hello, Jan.
Hey, Jan, how are you? I'm getting a bit curious as to what Charles's... I mean, because she's got to go eventually. She's 90-odd, for God's sake.
She is.
But...
She's stepping down from a lot of the duties, isn't she, this weekend? She's appeared at some of them, but there's something going on today that she won't be at. She's going to the derby.
Yeah, she won't be at the
She'll
Epsom.
be watching from home.
Yeah, watching from home.
Yeah.
There you go, Rob's improving on the recipe. The Queen Mother's cocktail is 25 millilitres of London dry gin, 25 millilitres of Dubonnet, and a teaspoon of overproof
What's
rum.
overproof rum?
I know. We shouldn't admit.
We
shouldn't admit that we don't know these.
I don't know.
Say no more. Brilliant. So we don't know why she didn't do it in 1969, but I am curious when Charles takes the throne, if indeed he does, and I think he will. I wonder what his first Christmas speech is going to be
It'll
like.
be interesting, won't it?
Yeah, because the Queen's done it forever.
It'll be weird having a king, because all we've known is a queen.
Yeah, we've never had a king yet.
It'll be really weird.
Well, I say we've
Not in our lifetime.
we've never had a
No.
king, but some of you guys may well have saw The Last King. I think the real big thing
No,
that
because
did
it was Victoria, wasn't it?
Oh, look, they're talking now. They're talking to each other again. No, that's it.
Has Jeff got over last Saturday
You
night?
just carry on. You just carry on. Don't let us stop you. I mean, we're just,
Curious now.
Right.
Oh my God, that's a big... Matt Johnson. She decided against recording a message because a special documentary about the royals had been aired during the summer and the Queen was concerned the family had been in the spotlight too much. The programme called Royal Family was about Prince Charles' investiture.
Oh, yes, and that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Thank you,
Prince
Matt.
Charles was invested at Carnarvon Castle. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I have no headphones in this studio at the moment, so we couldn't phone Stevie anyway.
No.
I did give it a thought
Is
then.
that working?
This is, yeah.
Yeah. Do you fanfare?
Do a fanfare.
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, you're not going to hear
Do I
it
not
because
hear
you're in the
it?
studio.
Oh,
now.
okay.
But when we watch this back,
It'll
you'll
be
be
there.
going, and then you'll hear yourself say, "Didn't hear it."
Hear it?
Yeah. Queen wrote a speech, but it was not broadcast due to over
right.
publicity.
There we go then.
There you go. So you're kind of working
such
all this
thing.
out. This is great because we're learning a lot about the royal family.
There's not really any such thing as over publicity, though, yeah?
Well, not for the royal family, I wouldn't think.
Thought
I mean,
so.
and you know
Maybe
the old
there is.
saying, there is no such thing as bad publicity.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It certainly keeps the royal family in the spotlight,
It does.
and all the people that live there. Do you know how many rooms that has got?
I
by
can't
the way?
remember.
I think this place has got 775 rooms. Would you want to clean them?
I wouldn't. I bet they must have a whole team of cleaners,
Oh
yeah?
gosh, yeah. And I mean, even the rooms
How
that
many
are,
people work for Buckingham Palace?
oh, 1,000.
Be a lot, yeah.
Gotta be 1,000. Because it's not just cleaning staff, it's chefs,
I know,
it's
chefs and
footmen,
everything, yeah,
it's, security. Loads and loads of them. Yeah, let's have a look at another question. Number 4.
Number
Go.
4. In which country was Prince Philip born?
There you go. Everybody knows that one. In which country was Prince Philip born? This is a bit nostalgic,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and something that is a little bit, not sad, but something that's happening because of the day and age we're living in. The security there at the moment must be absolutely, well,
Yeah, well, there's people.
off the scale, yeah.
Aaron J. I think you spelt that wrong.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Greece is
That's
the word,
it's the word that you... There you go. Look at this. Buckingham Palace has got 775 rooms. These include 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, 188 staff, staff bedrooms, 92 offices, and 78
I've seen there's all the admin and everything as well,
bathrooms.
yeah.
78 bathrooms.
Yeah.
You could choose where to be on the throne. That's great. Yeah, you're quite right. It was Greece,
So,
Corfu. You're
was
quite
it Corfu
right.
or was it Cyprus?
Well, I think it was Corfu myself.
I love Corfu. I went there many years ago. I stayed in Ipsos.
Ipsos.
Yeah.
It sounds like some drug you can buy
Yeah.
from the camp.
We
Can I have
stayed
a packet of Ipsos, please?
We stayed in Ipsos village rooms. I was only small.
Yeah. Oh, great. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So there you go. We are learning so much today about the royal family that you probably didn't know. But I'll tell you what, 775 rooms. And you know, I've sat and I've counted the windows when you look at pictures of it, and it just doesn't look big enough to hold 775
I don't
rooms.
know.
But
I bet there's an underground there as well.
well, there's got to be,
Got to
and
be,
it's in
isn't
a
it?
square, isn't it? It's got
Yeah.
to be in a courtyard and everything, and I don't know. Well, what do I know? I'm just a mere,
It is a beautiful building though. Because
I'm just a mere subject. That's what I am.
just a number.
I'm a subject. I am. You know, no, I don't mean like a subject that you study at
I was
college.
going to say.
No, I'm just one of my Queen's loyal subjects. I thank you. So we know where he was born, but here we go. Talking about being on the throne. In what year did the Queen talk about her annus horribilis? And I'm glad I spelt that right.
Yeah, I'm glad you spelled
Well,
that
it's
right
like,
too.
yeah, it's like Latin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Annus horribilis means
Horribilis.
terrible year.
Yeah.
What year was that? Just tell me, what year was the annus horribilis? And I'll tell you what it was. Was it the year that
It was the year that Charles and Diana split.
Charles and Diana split, and then there was a
And
big
there
fire?
was a fire.
Was that Windsor or York? I don't know.
Or was it Buckhouse? I don't know.
No, I think it was Windsor. You can get cream for that. You're quite like for that. I do work in music. 1993. Well,
No,
I've
got
actually
me
not got
thinking,
93. To be honest, I've got a slight difference of opinion there, because we've got 1992.
We
That's
have,
what we've
yes.
got. So have a recheck on that one. Somebody confirm or deny the fact the annus horribilis was in 1992. It definitely was the year that Charles and Diana split.
It was, yeah.
And then it was obviously the
And
fire.
wherever it may have been.
She had other problems that year. But hey,
Yeah.
what can I say? It was a bloody horrible year for
Apparently
Queen.
so, yeah.
Apparently. And
Yeah.
annus horribilis. And
Horribilis.
you can't say that when you're drunk.
I don't want to try.
Well, you wouldn't want to try, really,
No, you
would you?
wouldn't, would you?
Say no more.
No.
So I've got 92. John's offering 93.
93.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's a good job we're not scoring points for
It is,
this,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you. Right.
I'll tell them.
Here's another one. Oh, you can do that one.
Okay. Who was the British Prime Minister at the time of the Queen's coronation?
Isn't that milk?
Coronation milk.
Yeah. Well, it's carnation. Isn't
Carnation.
It? Carnation milk.
Carnation.
It's utter carnation. November the 24th, 92.
92.
There you go. Matt's
There
on the
you
ball.
go.
It was 92.
Matt's really on the ball today.
Yeah, she's got Google
He
open.
has, yeah.
Tracy Fagan, Winston.
Yes, it was.
It was. Winston Churchill. He was the Queen's.
Oh, the man-child is here.
The man-child has arrived back. It was Winston Churchill. Actually, he should be watching this, because he'll learn a lot about
We'll learn lots.
our social history in the UK.
Hello.
Hello, man-child. What have you got there? Shirt.
White shirt.
Shirt. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
There you go.
Hello.
There you go. With his flower pot hat on. Bill and Ben. Do you remember them, Bill and Ben?
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Number 7. Oh, not that there's a number, it's just general chit-chat. Dookie. You know what
That's
that
a
means?
beach in,
No.
in the south.
No, that was Del Dookie.
Okay.
Dookie. Tracy says, hi, Jack. Dookie was the name of the Queen's first what? Yeah,
Yes.
that'll be easy, that one.
On another note, Jack has just been in and said hello. I cannot believe our man-child is about to turn 18.
Yeah?
How's that happened? I'm only 25.
Oh, yes, you started really, really, really young. Don't say too
But
much.
he is, he's about
Don't
to
say
he's
too much.
about to turn 18.
There you go, guys. He was the first corgi. John says, if there are 778 bedrooms, how did Michael Fagan find the Queen's one? GPS, mate. GPS. That's what it was. He got in, turned on his Google, went to the
Yeah,
Queen.
there you go.
And there you go, just followed the dot.
You can find
GPS.
anything on Google these
Yes,
days.
he was.
It was Corgi,
He
yeah.
was her first corgi.
Yeah.
The second one, I think, was called Susan.
Susie or something?
Susan, something like that. I mean, you get a dog called, you know,
Benji.
called Dookie.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And then you call your next one Susan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I wonder, this is an interesting question, how many corgis has she gone through during her reign on the throne?
Well, it's all according to how many she can eat in a day, isn't it, really? I mean, how long does it take to eat one corgi? Yeah, she's probably gone through a few.
She must have gone through a few, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
She's the only person in the United Kingdom that can drive without a driving licence.
Yeah, it's quite true, isn't
It's
it?
quite true, yeah.
Mind you, I've met a few people who have got driving licences.
They shouldn't be on the road.
They can't drive.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's all right.
Plenty of them.
I like this one. Try number 8.
Under what star sign was the Queen born?
Yeah. What's the Queen's star sign?
Yeah,
Do you believe in all that rubbish?
I'm a bit sceptical, to be honest.
I am totally sceptical. I mean, you could, if you were an astrologer, you could say something, and it's going to apply to someone, isn't it?
I don't really.
so-
I don't take any notice to
Yeah,
it.
there you go, Corgis, Matchbox, Tonka. Do you remember all of
Yeah,
them?
yeah,
They were great.
all them, yeah.
Whiz Wheel, was it Whiz Wheels?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Loads of them, absolutely loads of little die-cast toys that you can buy, and they've become quite collectible now. Apparently,
Yeah, the old ones are worth a lot of money, aren't they?
over 30.
Over 30 corgis.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
No
surprised.
way.
That's a lot, yeah. Because she's always got more than one.
Yeah, but that's a pack. That's a pack of dogs. Ain't it?
Yeah.
I don't suppose they're all around at the same time.
No,
I
she
wonder-
was Taurus, Jane. You're quite right.
Yeah. Taurus, well done, Jane.
21st of April she was born.
I
can't
have no
remember.
idea. I have no idea. That's why I'm relying on you guys to give us all the gen before we go down and start our afternoon garden.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I keep wanting to say garden
No, it's a
party,
street party. It's a street
but it's
party.
a street party, isn't it?
Big
You know.
long tables.
Yeah.
And everybody's just going to have a great day.
Yeah,
There will be
brilliant.
lots of photos.
I've got to tell you what really, really impressed me about the Queen is her willingness to get involved. I mean, she appears aloof and everything, and one does, and one this,
I met the
and one
Queen.
that. You met the Queen?
I did, yes.
Really?
There was a photo of me somewhere shaking the Queen's hand.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
She
usually
came-
sat
she came-
next to a
She
Queen.
came to
but-
Worcester and I was about, I don't know what year it was. Maybe it was 1981 when she'd been on the throne for 30 years.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yes, she came to Worcester. And my mum, being a royalist like she is, she took us all down and we went and saw the Queen.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent.
Yeah, my mum loves the Queen.
But, yeah, I think a lot of people do. I
Yeah.
think for as many people that don't, there are even more that
Yeah.
do.
In fact,
So-
for her birthday this year, I didn't know what to buy her. I bought her a bottle of limited edition Buckingham House Platinum Jubilee Fizz.
Yeah.
And I'm
She
not
loved
sure.
it.
I don't know whether she's opened it yet.
Excuse me. I don't remember swallowing that. Right.
Yeah.
But I do. I love the Queen's ability to join in. She's got a great sense of humour,
She
apparently.
has, apparently, yeah.
And that was 2012. And here's the next question: which Bond actor escorted the Queen to the 2012 Olympics? And you know, when they simulated her jumping out of the helicopter and
Yeah.
coming down and landing on
Uh-huh.
the Olympic Stadium, and then all of a sudden the timing was she walked out and the applause
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't
was
it?
just rapturous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
someone in that position didn't have to do that, but I
She did.
thought it just showed an absolute willingness to be a part of the people that she governs over.
Yeah.
Do you know something? It's more than that, because she governs over all the
I was going to say, it's a
Commonwealth
Commonwealth,
countries.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And although the you're quite
Yeah,
right, Matt,
quite right,
it was
Matt.
Daniel Craig, but the Commonwealth,
Yep.
well done, Jane. The Commonwealth is a huge area. It includes Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah, it
and
is.
a lot of
Yeah.
the African countries, and brilliant. Because don't forget, at one stage, the United Kingdom or Britain or England, well done, Janet.
Janet's got
They controlled most of the world under the Raj,
Mm-hmm.
which is some more history.
Getting back to
You should
Daniel
look it.
Craig escorting the Queen, they had a big concert, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Gary Barlow sang
Yeah.
with Cheryl whatever her name is now. She used to be Cheryl Cole.
I never seen him.
Yeah. Why didn't they ring me? I would have done it.
You would have done it.
I would have been there. Yeah.
You'd have got on the
Gary.
next buzz.
Love a bit of Gary Barlow.
Got on the next buzz, you would, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
way better job than her.
So yeah, you're quite right. Daniel Craig of the 2012 Olympics. We're getting a little bit more technical now. Come on, do it all.
Where are we up to?
Number 10.
Number 10. In which year did the Queen marry Philip?
In what year did the Queen and Prince Philip get married? And I'm going to tell you, it was after that they got the news of the Queen's father dying and her becoming the monarch, and they were at treetops in Kenya.
Yes, they were, weren't they? Yes.
My dad was in Kenya.
Andy
Butts.
hello, Andy
Hello,
Butts.
Andy. He said 1947.
It's correct, the same year my dad was born.
Do you know, we can talk about this week, all of this stuff, but next week, when it's all over, it'll just be forgotten.
It will, yeah, it will.
I think news is so fleeting, don't you?
It is.
It's just like, oh my God, it's big news. Oh, what's going to happen to this?
And then it's gone.
And then it's gone. Just gone. Same year as your mum and dad, Aidan. Aidan and Angie B.
Oh, Aidan and Angie B, yeah.
How you doing, guys? But yeah, it's amazing. 1947 was the year that the Queen and Prince Philip did getted married.
Getted married, yes.
And that's proper Queen's English. They did getted married. So there. Is it my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn.
Because you've got a subject you want to talk about.
I have got a subject.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. What are the Queen's 2 middle names? I had no idea about this. I mean, for me, it's just like Elizabeth, or on the post boxes, Elizabeth Doth, Elizabeth Doss 2, ER. So Elizabeth Regina or what have you. But what are her 2 middle names? Oh, amazing. I'm going to give you some options because it's getting hard. Are her 2 middle names Alice Louise, Victoria Jane, or Alexandra Mary? There you go. Have a choice. Have a choice of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a bit difficult, wasn't it? That one.
Yeah, I'd have never
for
got
this
that
time.
one.
I mean, I've got a middle name.
Yeah, it's not even. It's still in the morning as well. Yeah.
I've got a Alexander Mary.
Jane.
So, yeah, well done, Jane. Jane's got it. Alexander Mary. I'll tell you something as well. My middle name's quite regal. William. That's my middle name. William. I'm a Willie. Yes.
Yes.
People pronounce it many ways, but I am a Willie.
Mine is Louise.
Your parents married Price Philip too.
Prince Philip too, yeah.
No, not Price Philip then. Who the hell is Price Philip?
Price
Andy Butts.
He's replied to Aidan.
Yeah, but he's got FFS this morning.
FFS?
Yes, fat finger syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something different, entirely different there.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, I know what you were thinking. Yeah. But that's not not the one I was thinking.
No.
FFS. Yeah. Alexandra Mary. That's you've got a middle name as well.
Yeah, Louise.
Louise.
A lot of 70s girls had Louise.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Louise. Everybody born in the 70s was either called Louise.
A lot of middle names were Louise.
Yeah. That's for the girls.
I bet there's somebody watching that's got a middle name Louise.
I bet there is.
I bet there is.
I've got fat everything syndrome.
But Andy, you are the only guy I know that rocks a pair of braces, yeah.
I watched your news roundup thingy that you did on Facebook the other day. Extremely funny. That could be an interesting thing to do, that could. Here you go. Number 12. So we've not got many of these questions left, but I think it's been interesting.
Yeah.
How old was Prince Philip at the time of his death? How old was he? And when I say the time, I don't mean 3:15. I mean, when he died, how old was he? Prince Philip. So there you go. He was, there you go. Karen's middle name is Louise.
There we go. There'd be somebody.
Loads of them. Prince Philip, he was a funny old, bat, wasn't he, Prince Philip?
Yes.
He used to say some right gaffs.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Unbelievable gaffs. But there you go. Yeah, you're right, John. He was 99. Didn't even make 100. Didn't even get a telegram from his missus. Because that's what they do, didn't he? Yeah. You used to get your telegram for 100 years old from the Queen. Telegrams, you don't get them.
Well, if she gets to 100, who's going to send her a telegram?
Oh, she'll have to do a selfie. A selfie gram. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm 100.
Happy birthday to me.
And all the family in the background. Yeah. Yeah, say no more. Yeah, 99. But I tell you what, that's an age, isn't it?
It's an age, isn't it?
That is 99 years. And he was still driving his bloody Range Rover when he was 99.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Still.
I wonder if he's got a driving licence.
I don't know that he needs one. He probably does need one. There's only the Queen. And also, the Queen's car is the only car that doesn't have to have a licence plate, a registration plate. I'm pretty sure about that as well. Amazing. So, we found out how old Philip was at the time of his death. Let's try and get this one then.
How old was the Queen at the time of her coronation?
Which is just down the road from the Rover's Return.
What?
Coronation
Street, yeah. Sorry.
Do you know that's a programme I've never watched? I mean, when I was a kid, we used to watch it.
I used to watch it.
Well, you got Albert Tatlock and, you know, Edith Sharples and Minnie Caldwell.
Yes.
That's how old I am.
Yeah.
I never watched it though, and originally that was called Florizel Street.
It was Florizel Street originally.
Florizel Street,
yeah.
And they changed it because it sounded too much like a detergent or something. But it was originally called Florizel Street there. But there's been some characters in that as well.
There was an interesting documentary, wasn't there, about the making of it? And
yeah.
What's the name was in it that played Cat Slater in EastEnders?
Yeah, what's her name?
Oh, I can't
Jessie Wallace.
Jessie Wallace,
that's
her,
yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch Corrie.
No, I can't be doing with it. I just think it's got... There were a couple of good characters in there. I mean, like Stan Ogden and Hilda Ogden. And he was the uncle of John Sharples, who used to live there.
Yeah.
Which is great. So, John, if you're watching, you got yourself a mention, which is great.
Hello to you. And it's a bit more cheerful than EastEnders, isn't it?
Well, I think so. So, how old was the Queen at the time of her coronation? Nobody seems to know.
Oh, here we go. You still get a card from the Queen when you reach 100. You have to request it.
You have to ask for it. Well, it's like Jane, that would be like me saying to you, it's my birthday on the 17th of June, which it is. Can you send me a card, please?
Can I just say something to Andy Buds? You're 1 year out.
Yeah, you're 1 year out, but you don't get a 1 year out
t-shirt. Don't get a 1 year out t-shirt.
No, you don't. Those are reserved for radio.
It was all day Popmaster, wasn't it, the other day?
I love Popmaster.
We love Popmaster. We listen every day. Yeah.
Every day in the car.
Yeah.
And we've only got through the first
We've only got
podcast.
through, the first podcast.
Yeah. Okay. 27.
27. Yeah. 27
there you go.
gets
27.
It. Does anybody else listen to Popmaster? And are you any good?
Yeah.
Some days we're quite good.
Well, I think we've scored 39
we have
once.
had 39 on.
I think it's only been once though.
It has been once.
Ah, well, there you go. Number 14, where do the royal family traditionally spend Christmas? I know where we spend Christmas. Wherever we are.
Normally in the bar, aren't we?
Wherever we are. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
we're normally in the bar Christmas Day.
Hello, Janet.
Good morning, Janet. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, but we spend Christmas wherever. But we're 6 months away.
Oh, Jeff's
very good at Popmaster. Popmaster. Andy Woods is quite right.
Oh, I feel a challenge coming on then, Jeff, when you're next in.
Sandringham House. Yeah.
Popmaster challenge.
That's where the royal family spend Christmas.
Yes,
I wonder what it's like Christmas at the royal family. I mean, it's behind closed doors, so we don't know.
Yes,
I mean, they
like
could
any
be.
other family Christmas, isn't it?
I'd love to think they played Twister after dinner. That'd be
Does
great.
anybody still play Twister?
Oh, imagine the Queen sitting there going, saying, "Who's got the Trivial Pursuit?"
It was a compulsive activity at Christmas, wasn't it?
And then Trivial Pursuit came
Monopoly
out.
And Cluedo and all the board games.
Monopoly, that caused more arguments than anything. I think one of my favourite was, do you remember a game called Mousetrap?
Vaguely.
Mousetrap was great. You had all these parts and you had to build the course as you went round.
Okay, no.
And whoever won
played that.
had the thing to do, the Bronze, Silver and Gold Duke of Edinburgh Award, so that you could be presented by Philip. That year you couldn't make it, so the gold was awarded by Sir John Hunt. I think is that Hurt, Sir John Hurt, at the Elephant Man. As long as he hasn't had too many beers, Hollie, and not smashing glasses.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Mousetrap took 2 hours to play. For 12
2 hours to make and
play for 12 minutes. Yeah. You see, Jane love it. And how about Kaplunk? Do you remember Kaplunk?
I remember Kaplunk.
That was like 2 glasses glued together with a load of sticks through it.
Yeah.
And you had to pull the sticks out and get the least amount of marbles.
And then there was Operation, wasn't there? Do you remember
everybody played Operation. That was absolutely brilliant. Operation was. And then there was some of the weirder games, weren't there? Like Risk. that nobody could understand.
I've never played Risk.
No, me.
We
I
bought,
love Mousetrap though.
We bought Jack Risk for Christmas, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's even been out the box.
Trace, you've just hit my level.
Buckaroo.
Buckaroo. Hey, and you, oh no, fantastic. I love that. I think they should introduce a Princess Margaret Award for booze and fags consumption, and I'd win it. I'd win it hands down. I'll tell you, without a doubt. But it's a good idea. Last question.
Oh, we're there at the end.
Yeah.
How long had the Queen and Prince Philip been married at the time of his death?
Oh, we knew he was 99, but how long had they been married? Yeah, by the time he died, at the time he died.
Yes.
So, I'll tell you, great. Tour in Scotland, was that a good game? I've never, ever heard of it. Have you heard of that?
No.
Tour in Scotland. No. There's a big road up there called the M50, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
Is it called the M50?
500 or something?
Yeah, I quite fancy having a drive up there.
I fancy that too.
Oh, there you go. We've received 100 messages today with Restream.
Yeah.
That's because of you, that
Do you
is.
think it's because of me?
Yeah, well, nobody talks that much when
Do they?
Steve's on. They're frightened to open their
Yeah.
bloody mouths. He'll shout at
You
anybody.
never know
he
whether
will.
he will shout at
Yes, you're right, John. 73 years. They'd been married at the time of his death. There you go, 15 questions.
There you go, 15 questions.
And we have educated you,
Yeah.
and you've educated us as well, which is absolutely brilliant. But you are now officially in the Stevie seat.
I am.
And it's about this time. I know it's usually 3 minutes
I
we're
was going
giving,
to say, yeah.
but I'm going to give you a little bit longer, right? You want to have a look at your subject while we're in such a regal setting?
Yes.
Go on then.
I want to talk about airport assistance.
Airport assistance.
Or the lack of it.
Let me just clear this up before you start. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of friends that would come under the disabled spectrum, right? You're specifically talking about our blind friends.
I am talking about our blind friends.
Yep.
And if you go on ilovelosgigantes.com, I have shared a report that my friend Mel Griffiths wrote about their experience, or should I say lack of experience, with airport assistance.
Or was it a bad experience?
It wasn't the best.
Okay.
But it wasn't just in Tenerife, and they flew from Birmingham, didn't they?
Yeah.
They flew from Birmingham, and basically, yes, the airport assistance is there, and they are there to help people through, but they just got left, and these blue chairs.
Yeah, the blue seats.
The blue seats.
The blue seats.
And basically, Mel had to get herself. Well, they never offered them any refreshments or anything while they were there. They were just sent to these blue seats and told to wait until somebody would come and collect them. And it got really close to the time of their flight, to within about half an hour.
And
nobody had been.
Nobody had been.
So basically, Mel had to just get herself to where she could hear a group of people talking and ask for help, which she did get. Eventually, somebody helped her, and he was a plumber. He was an airport plumber.
Yep.
And he was the one that got it all sorted. But it gets me to thinking, people all say these people aren't trained. But it's not about being trained, is it? It's
No,
just,
of course it's not. It's having a compassion.
It's just having a compassion and just a respect for other travellers, really.
I think when you sit down and you look around, because people, regardless of who they are, they're great people watchers, aren't they?
Yes.
Mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
take a genius to spot that you've got two blind people sat there kind of
Yeah.
waiting. And if you're there for a long time, you've got to say to yourself, listen, are we going to help these people? Well, yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean, I know when you're travelling through an airport, you kind of focused on where you've got to be and what you're doing, but it just got me to thinking, if you do see somebody in a bit of a vulnerable position, we should just try and help.
No, I think so, but it wasn't just in Birmingham, was it? Because they have the same problems.
They did have the same problems.
In Tenerife?
But they get, and when the airport assistant is there, they do take them to where they've got to be, and more often than not, they do get their flight and everything. There have been stories about people missing their flights. But these people would like some refreshments, they'd like to, go to the toilet, and they might like to have a look around the duty-free shop, but they don't get this option.
No, they don't. And it's not just blind people.
Not just blind people, no. You've got the
disabled
people
in
in
general.
wheelchairs and...
Right,
Yeah.
John's telling me that it's called the NC 500.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Mikey's saying that he can't believe in this day and age people are treated in this way. Well,
Yeah.
they are, Mike. I mean,
Yeah,
it's...
but this leads me on to all these cancelled flights.
Oh,
What is
well.
going on? People being left on the tarmac and then told they've got to get off the plane.
Well,
because their
Tracy's
flight's
saying,
cancelled.
Tracy's saying that she thinks the airports have completely lost the plot with everything at the moment. It's dreadful. What they've done, what would they have done if they'd have needed the toilet? Very good question.
Yeah.
Good evening to you from Mount Martha, Victoria in
Wow.
Australia. Seats are booked and you hope to be with us in late July. Ron and Barbara, we will look
Fantastic.
forward to
Fantastic.
seeing you in July. Lynn Farrington's agreed, it's terrible service. Fire alarm went off when I had Auntie Pat in a chair and they were left in a locked corridor and
Yeah.
no one was there to help. Well, do
We
you
love
know,
Auntie Pat.
it's just really quite amazing, and you're quite right. The airlines at the moment, I mean, yesterday,
It's diabolical.
well, they cancelled 222 flights yesterday. So if you take 222 flights and multiply it by the average seating on an aeroplane, that's
Yeah.
222 times 300 people.
It's a lot of people.
Well, it's not just that, is it?
Yeah.
Because all of these people have paid money. So it's
Yeah.
222 times 300 people times the cost of their ticket, and that is lost revenue.
It is, and it's a worry because, you know, I know a lot of people diss Ryanair, don't they, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's a bus.
It is a bus. You have to accept it for what it is. I've used Ryanair, and actually I've got a respect for Ryanair, but that's another story for another day. But they are the only ones that do seem to be carrying on.
Yeah.
You know, and even through lockdown and COVID, they still flew.
But I think what happened during COVID, the airlines just laid everybody off.
Yeah, and now
And the airlines were
nobody
so...
wants to work for them anymore.
Yeah, well, they were so blasé. Oh, come back when we're working again. But in the meantime, everybody's found other jobs. We
Yeah.
have a friend who was quite high up in one of the airlines.
Yeah, she was.
And now she just doesn't want to go back.
No.
Not at all. And I don't suppose for a minute that she's the only one. And now she works for a supermarket chain and she's more or less a store manager.
Yeah.
So Andy Budds is saying airlines and handling agents took furlough money, then fired all the staff. And when the furlough ended, but the traffic was still low, and have now failed to re-employ enough. And those who are back are far worse, like P&O. Well, P&O, that's disgusting. That
Yeah.
is.
You'd think they wouldn't sell all these flights if they didn't know they could staff them. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, but they still sell them, don't they? Because
still
I don't
sell
think the
them,
one
yeah.
hand knows what the other hand's doing.
No.
I mean, it takes one person to sell a flight and one person to sell a drink,
Yeah.
but it has to be balanced. Jane's saying it's all down to staff shortages because staff are made redundant, plus many staff were from Europe and haven't come back.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but you see,
Yeah.
the thing is, since Brexit, all the work rules have changed.
But if you
So-
can't put the flights on just don't sell them.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, but Tracy's asking, what about all the people that get back to the UK and have to wait up to 3 hours for the cases?
Yeah, for their cases. Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's
I
just,
know.
I think the knock-on effect of it is really quite awesome when you think about it, because
And also, as well, these people I spoke to a couple in the bar the other night, and their friends had gone back 2 days before, but their flight was cancelled, and they were put in a hotel overnight.
Yeah.
And of course, all these tour ops, they're going to have to reimburse all this money.
yeah, so
So-
that's more money
so that's
than the
more
revenue that
Yeah.
they're losing. Just doesn't make any sense. But
Makes no sense.
I think one of the big things was the new rules that came in with Brexit meant that European people had to have a work visa to work for to work for these companies.
Yeah. It's
Now-
affecting a lot of industries. You know, look at all the musicians and everything. That
Yeah. I mean,
everybody
what's
used to
happened
go
here?
and do the summer seasons everywhere.
Well,
in,
it's
in
here.
Europe.
Just take Tenerife
Yeah.
in particular. You shouldn't be allowed to sell services you can't provide. That's quite true.
Quite right.
You are so absolutely right. But here in Tenerife, at one stage before COVID, there were hundreds of acts, and they were all vying for jobs and undercutting each other to get the job. And it was a very, very cutthroat time for acts here.
When I'm talking about like the big agents that employ acts from the UK that go and work for like Thompson, the hotel
but
entertainers and all
I'm
that.
saying it's exactly
They
the
can't,
same.
They can't, because they can only go for 90 days
Yeah,
now.
but it's exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have to get a work visa.
Yeah.
And it's not like going on holiday for 90 days. You actually have to have permission from to work via a visa. And it's, I don't know, it's just got... I think Brexit knocked us around more
Yeah, I think it did, yeah.
than we care to
we don't
even
want to go,
think
we
about.
don't want to go into politics, do
Well,
we?
we're not going into politics, but you say politics. I know politics affects everybody, but 90% of what happens in politics, people are not interested about. But when you get a subject like Brexit and things like this, then it does, it kind of interests and affects everybody. Another thing Boris has done recently is he's trying to send the UK back to imperial measurements.
Really?
Do you know what imperial measurements are?
Pounds and ounces and stuff.
Pounds and ounces and stuff like that. And he wants to... I mean, when we stop using imperial and...
But shillings and old
shillings,
coins and all that.
I don't think he's going to go that far.
No.
But he wants like weights and measures to go back
Really?
to pounds and ounces. But you see, you've got generations. At
Kids
least,
would have no idea.
this is what I'm saying. You've got generations of kids who have grown up with grams and
Yeah.
the metric way of looking at things. I mean, what is that? Has the man got nothing better to do?
Well, obviously not. I mean, going back to pounds and ounces, when you made a cake and all that, it wasn't even measured out. It was like a tablespoon of this and 3 tablespoons of that.
Yeah.
It
was just, things are in tablespoons.
Yeah.
I think recipes kind of still are, aren't they?
I don't know.
But they do grams and whatever.
Yeah.
J Max is flying out next Saturday, trying to not to worry about the trip. Well, do you know what I mean? When we look at the news, I can understand you worrying.
I can understand you
Without a
worrying
doubt.
as well. But what you have got to think about as well on the other side of the coin, where there's like 200, for example, if there's 200 flights cancelled one day, they don't tell you that there's actually like probably about 5,000 flights that have actually gone on time or with a bit of a delay, It probably is, it's a small percentage. So hopefully everything crossed and a good wind behind you'll be fine.
Yeah, I have to say though, to be honest, we have a lot of people come in the bar, and I haven't met anybody who's been affected by it.
Well, I have met people that have been affected, but with delays and but they've all got here, so.
Andy's saying they never change because he doesn't pop out for a quick 0.57 of a litre. She's got. Darren says we were taught metric
Andy, you
at
do make
school.
me laugh.
Went to be a toolmaker's apprentice and they only used imperial. Very confusing. Yeah, imperials. But, and if you're in engineering, it was even more confusing because all screw threads have got different names and all bolts have got different names. That's even more confusing. He's got plenty to do. Party organising. Well, it is a full-time operation.
Occupation, yeah.
We're finding out today, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
We're talking to you.
Been organising this for weeks and it's not even...
No, we're talking to you.
It.
Now, as soon as we've finished...
Take my hat off to Dodie at the wine bar,
You can't take your hat off. It's a fascinator.
Well, yeah, but she's pulled out all
Oh,
the
yeah.
stops. It's been
Well,
great.
she's had a lot of help around her.
Yeah.
I love
has.
help. Help is great. But yeah, I mean, Ian Clark's just got back in, so he missed most of the show. He's been shopping. No, I'm going to be nice to Ian. He's the union rep.
I was going to say, yeah.
And
he's the
since
union guy,
he's been watching us, right, Stevie's just ripped it out of him.
Yeah,
so
he has,
I'm going to be nice to Ian. John's saying he was a tour operator in the 70s and 80s when the growth of the travel industry was exponential, and that was over a period of 20 years.
Yeah.
The most affected sectors of the pandemic were travel, tourist, hospitality.
Yeah.
Travel industry is expected to return to a norm which has been drastically affected by the pandemic and Brexit. And that's what it says. See, Rob couldn't fathom the old measurement.
Yeah.
It was... I mean, the metric measurement is so easy. It's
I mean,
either 1 to 10.
When you buy weighing, and it's a scale whales. Weighing scales.
What are scale whales?
You used to buy
I knew she'd have to do something to represent Stevie. Scale whales. Scale whales.
It used to come with both metric and imperial, didn't it? I don't know whether they do it
Yeah,
anymore.
but I mean, do you remember when you bought a car, right? Thanks, Lisa. He deserves it. Yeah, he can have 6. Yeah, he does deserve it. Now, when you bought a car,
Yeah.
Your speedo was in miles and
Yes.
kilometres.
Oh, was it? Yes.
Yeah, I think ours still is miles
Don't know.
and kilometres.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just put the key in and it goes.
No, but do you not want to know how fast you're going?
Well, yeah.
You want to know how fast I'm going because
Yeah, I
you're always
do, yeah.
telling me to slow down.
Billy Whiz, you are.
Yeah, Billy Whiz. Billy Whiz in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, your car used to come with kilometres and miles, and that's a different thing.
I remember when the pesetas went to euros and all the menus they had the two prices, didn't they?
Yeah,
Everything
that was
in
weird.
pesetas
But
and euros.
when we went to euros, the price,
Everything off,
everything
yeah.
doubled in price overnight,
Mad, didn't it?
and it just went mental. But hey, do we go back to metric? It's one of Boris's little cover-ups, I think. I think it's
gotta
one
be,
of
isn't it?
Boris's little smoke screens.
It's been a slow news day when he.
Well, no, I
announced
think
that one.
it's a smoke screen to try and detract from this Partygate
Oh.
thing that's going on.
Who cares?
I don't care. But isn't it funny that they've shifted the media attention to Richie Sunak giving money back to the people? That's another scam. It's just flim flam.
One of many.
It's just flim flam. It's just to take your mind off something that we agree with, but the government don't. I don't know.
Is your volume down on your phone today?
Well, no, it's kind
Because
of...
nobody's told you you're awesome today.
No, there you go. Nobody said we're awesome
No.
today. Yeah.
Nobody's said that.
Ooh,
It's
not for a long
awesome.
time.
No.
Not for a long time. Still, that's okay. Right. Like we say, Stevie's away for, 6 weeks,
Yeah,
I think
6
it is.
weeks.
So that'll probably take us up to the end of the season.
Well, I don't even know what episode we're on.
We're on
I'm
episode
not sitting
8.
in for that many.
Episode
Got
8.
walking to do.
You got walking to
Yeah.
do. Well, you'll have to make it up on your last day, yeah.
Well,
I mean, how long have you been walking now?
what do you mean?
How long have you been out walking?
Well, since I was probably about 1.
Right, so how come you always come back? Because you should now be at least in the UK. So, but you always come back, don't you?
I do.
No, we can't fathom anything, to be honest. I don't know where Boris is going with this.
Get me started on Boris.
Well, so many people have been saying we're going to have a vote and no confidence. But honestly, is he doing a bad job? Has he made a couple of mistakes? Yeah, for sure. But is he doing a bad job? And more importantly, who could do any better?
Who'd want to do? Who'd
Well,
want
this
to
is
do
it.
it? Yeah.
My ears will... Yes, I've got to get some earmuffs ready for when Steve comes back, haven't I?
Earmuffs,
I
earmuffs,
can't
I think.
believe that. You need
Oh,
them.
I hope he's having a good time.
I do. We're going to try and get in touch with him next week.
I'm sure he's having a wonderful time.
Next week we've got bosses from XPTV1 coming over to see us. But he's a bit of a boffin, a bit of a computer geek.
Maybe you could sit in next week.
Maybe, that would
For a
be
little
good.
bit. Yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Should we get
We
XPTV
could
boss
have
in?
guest presenters, couldn't
Guest
you?
presenters? Yeah, we could do a different one every week.
I mean, I'm not trying to get out of it.
Yeah, you are.
No, but, it would be something different.
Dylan the
Jack
dog
could-
can
Jack
do
could
far
sit in.
better, and he has a better haircut. Hey, haircut, yeah. You think Jack could sit there for an hour?
No.
Do these people look like a PS4?
No.
No. See, Darren, people are saying it would be great to see you
Yeah.
as a sitting guest next week. It'd be terrific. Terrific. That was, what's his name, wasn't it? Mike Reed,
Yeah.
who used to be on
He
EastEnders,
was
was
in
it?
EastEnders, wasn't he?
And
Yeah.
he had that,
Married to Pat.
yeah, but he had that kids show, didn't he?
Oh,
Was it Run Around, was it? Traffic. How many grams in a quarter of a pound? A very good
Not a
question.
clue.
Very good question. I went in the fruiters the other day. Run Around, that was it, yeah. And I says, can I have a pound of King Edward's, please? And he said, it's kilos now. I said, well, I'll have a pound of kilos then. Be embarrassing VT in 60s, but well, you never know. We could stick us wherever we wanted. You could be a part of our little family, Darren. Come and join in the fun. Well, I can't believe where an hour has gone, can you?
It's gone already.
Yeah, it's gone
It
already.
has.
That's it, gone. So
Gone.
listen, guys, we are going to say many thanks to our friends on XPTV1,
www.xptv1.com.
on Facebook, and don't
Got it
forget,
right.
you did. Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe to us. I want to say many thanks to all our friends who have been talking to us today. Thanks to Hollie for sitting in for Steve, and It's going to be a bit difficult this week, but I'm going to try and work it out. Are you ready?
Yes.
We'll see you next week. I've not been Hollie from 60s Bar.
And I haven't been Eddie from 60s Bar.
And neither of us are Stevie from the Chicken Shack. Guys, have a great day. Enjoy the celebrations.
See you next week.
And we'll see you next time on the Multicoloured Talk Show. Bye.
Bye.
You've been watching the Multicoloured Talk Show with Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I don't understand.
Season 6.
That is awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and set your notifications.